Okay, am I audible? Okay, apparently I am. Great. So, 2023 has reached us despite our best attempts otherwise. No, not really. So I'm going to I'm going to be trying to do a lot more stuff, at least initially, virtual for for just various reasons. And I'm going to start today by learning something new, or not learning something new. I shouldn't say that. Not learning something new. I I know Node.js. I say it's something new because I've never really admitted that I like Node. Um, I've never really admitted that I actually do like Node. I like the idea of being able to write. I'm trying to get my windows arranged. That's why I have no idea. That's why I'm having very hard time saying anything here. I'm trying to get my windows arranged. Let's see here. So bear with me just a second. So one thing that I'm doing that's new that I can go ahead and talk about is what is I'm going to try using StreamYard. And uh, even forcing it at 720p. Hmm. Well, that could actually be to my advantage. But I'm going to do today is but what I've never really done is sat down and said, okay, here is how you do Node in a I don't want to say I don't want to say structured because that would imply that I've been doing Node in an unstructured manner previously. No, it's not all ad hoc, but I've never put the emphasis on Node that I have um, Python and .NET, especially Python. So there's a book that I have access to on via O'Reilly. Like I've always said, it's every Black Friday. This is like, I mean, 7 or 8 years ago, they did this special. I don't know if they ever ran it again, but it was a year's worth of access to their entire library, which is tens of thousands of books and videos, and they've added audiobooks and stuff from then on, live streams and such. And they did it for $200 for 1 year, and they grandfathered everyone in who bought it at that rate because I don't think they've ever done that again. I don't know if they have or not because every year I have um, taken advantage of the grandfathered rate. So, so I've got access to, and there's this one called Node.js Novice to Ninja, and I thought, okay, I'll go through this and see what, if anything, I've been missing. And as you can see over here, I've got Visual Studio Code running now. I also have WSL. This is my standard. This is it took me how long? It was over a year before I finally upgraded to Windows 11. And nothing against Windows 11, nothing against Windows. It's just that I Windows 10 did everything I needed until I realized the advantages of WSL and how much easier Windows 11 made it. So basically, what I've got here is a Linux virtual machine that is integrated into the Windows operating system, or at least a virtual machine host, I guess you should say instead, that's integrated into the Windows operating system. You might say, well, what about Hyper-V? Hyper-V was a completely different animal. For one thing, I can access different Windows resources from WSL. For example, Docker containers. I can actually start a Docker container on Windows and access it from WSL as if it was running inside of this WSL instance. That's one of the coolest things about it. And then the other thing is the Visual Studio Code integration. So as you can see here, I've got a series. I've got some. I have some extensions here that are installed only with WSL, and I've got another set here that's installed locally, actually on the host machine. So I could have different sets of extensions. I could have different logins for each particular WSL instance, which is very handy. Because as you can see, local on my local instance, I've got 116, and there can be conflicts. There can be conflicts. Uh, let's see here. That's not anything I want to see. All right. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. I don't need to have that open because now, is there any way? And then the other thing that I'm doing here is I'm using StreamYard. You can see up in the mm, that there, the upper, yeah, it should be upper right corner on the video as well. That StreamYard logo. That's because the StreamYard that I'm using, it's especially run. I think they've only run it on Black Friday. I know that's when I got it. Last year before last now, 2021 is no longer last year. And at any rate, it was a special, but it's basically the $25 a month plan. You got it for $10 a month, but you have to let them show the StreamYard logo. So, and also you only get 720p, which is another experiment. So, if anybody wants to let me know if this looks like total garbage, I'll see if I can find a way to upgrade and to 1080p and to get rid of the StreamYard logo if that's really annoying. But let's get started here and see what we've got. Right, let's see here. I got some preface matter. Why you should use Node. Okay, that's a really quick chapter. I don't care about that anymore. Okay. Can you move that anywhere? Oh, you can. That's okay. So install Node.js. The way that so they show here how to install Node.js into WSL. What I like to use, and pull this in here, is NVM, which is the Node version manager. And since again we're using Linux, I can go down here to installing, and right here, this install script. So I'll copy that, paste it into a terminal, hit enter. And now I need to kill this terminal and reopen it, and I should have, I have the NVM command available. Awesome. Um, so all you need to do is to install a particular version of Node, say NVM install. If you want to install the latest LTS version, then you just say NVM install --LTS. That happens to be 18.12.1. And now, if I say node version, that'll give me version 18.12.1. And I also have npm in there as well. Now let's say that I want to try. I don't know what is there a let's see here, nodejs.org, I believe it was. Yeah. So there's actually 19.3.0. So I could, let's go ahead and do this real quick. Say 19.3.0. And however, and so now if I go back here and say node version, it'll say 19.3.0, but I could say nvm use --LTS, and now I'm back to 18.12.1. So it's a really easy way to use multiple versions of Node at the same time. All right, so that's all we needed to do there. Okay, let's create a Node application, and it says we're going to create a console application. So I'm going to cd into this source directory that I have, and I'll make a directory called console is what they say, and then cd into console. And actually what I'm going to do is instead, I'm going to open that console folder inside of Visual Studio Code, I think. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, there's just nothing in it, which is what we'll change. So touch hello.js, and then we'll open hello.js. Okay. And the only thing we're going to do is we're going to use that standard console.log method that you know what this does, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, something I didn't notice. And then of course all we have to do to node, just run it with node hello.js. Okay, we see hello world here. Now, I want to wait. And the other thing that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start creating content about at least Python and Node. Excuse me. Probably going to need some water here in a minute. At least on Python and Node, probably .NET as well. .NET, I'll definitely do .NET eventually, and I'm actually really considering Spring. Um, especially if I can figure out, depending on how good the Kotlin support is. Um, and Node, I want to use TypeScript. However, that's later on down the line. Okay, so let's see here. Here's the second one. To make the script more useful, you could pass a name on the command line. All right. So let's see here. Const name arg. I'm gonna have to get used to the JavaScript camel casing. So process arg. Something tells me this might not work. Semicolons, which are also something that I'm not necessarily used to, but we'll get used to them. All right, now let's see if this works. Okay, so that's interesting that so you don't have to import that. Okay, so what's happening here is can I actually, let's do this. Console.log process.argv. Okay, so here are all of the arguments that are passed from this command here. So it looks like the first one, so it looks like there are three. So the first one is the executable itself, which is node, which is in this path. Then the second one is the hello.js file, which is this path, and the third is the argument Douglas, which is used in here. So that's why we can say process.argv index2. If that doesn't exist, then we just use world as a default. Okay, that makes perfect sense. And then there's an even more verbose way of doing this. Process.env.user. Env.username. or world. Save that. This out. Hello root, because that's the name that I'm using here. So it caught this. Username is used on Windows. Okay. And then you could also add a function in here. I'm going to get rid of this actually. So then you could write function. First, okay, return str dot trim. See, it doesn't. This is doesn't know it's a string, but it's okay. Put on space, map, and then for oops, no, that should be dot map. Takes a lambda, which accepts a word, and for each word, it'll take the first character. Make it uppercase, and then attach the remaining the slice starting at index 1. Then it'll take all those and join them back together with spaces. For some reason I'm thinking this needs to be up here. Could be wrong. I'm thinking this needs to be up here. And then this should actually. Oh, no. Okay, I see what they're doing. I see. Okay, they do it up here. Okay, and then of course they're showing the example here. Oh, okay, so all it does is just capitalizes the first letter of each word. Okay. Your first web server app. Oh, so we're done with this apparently. It has outlived its usefulness. What we'll do is doing Control K, Control F to close that particular folder. And oops, there we go. And then now it's asking us to make a directory. So I'll go back in my source directory and make a directory called server, cd into that directory, except actually I want to do it this way. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to create two constants. The first one, whoops, actually what we're going to do is we're going to touch webhello.js. Okay, so say const port equals process argv2 or process env port or 3000. This is going to be looking for this is going to be creating a variable or constant rather called port, and it will either use the third argument passed on the command line, an environment variable named port if that exists, and finally it'll default to 3000, and then http equals require http, and that's probably going to be all of our http functionality. Okay, so then http dot create server takes a lambda, which takes two values, which are probably going to be the request and the response. console.log, the URL of the request. Then it's going to set the status code on the response. Set a header. Content type header to tell the client, presumably a web browser, that this is HTML. And then some HTML, and then end will put this HTML in the body and send it. All right. And then listen on the port. Log server running at HTTP host. And then, whoops, port. Okay. Let's do node web hello.js. Okay, it says that server is running at localhost 3000. So let's go over here, localhost 3000, hello world, which is exactly what we expected. If we view the source, yeah, it came back with those paragraph tags. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Let's improve the application by saying hello to a string passed on the URL. This is getting into regular expressions. We'll skip that one. Restarting Node.js with NodeMon. Okay, this is okay. This is actually okay. That's actually pretty good. Let's say hello Node.js and save it. And now let's go back over here and refresh. It still says hello world, which you can see over here. You can see down here that it is sending new requests. That's because by default, this file, when it's not, Node is not listening for changes. It loads this file and assumes that nothing else changes. However, kill the server with Control C. There is an application called NodeMon here. So if we say npm install -g for global, NodeMon. Oh, I don't need to update npm for this. I can, instead of saying node webhello.js, I can say nodemon webhello.js. And now notice that it says here it is watching on all paths for files with an extension JS, MJS, or JSON. So since I've restarted, it'll say Node.js, but if I go back to world now, save, it's saying that it is restart. Here we go, restarting due to changes. So it detected this change that I made. It restarted the server automatically. And now if I refresh, it'll say hello world and reflect my change. Okay. All right. That is okay. How to debug Node.js scripts. Now, what are they getting? Okay, let's see here. You're saying first use a linter. Now, this is probably where there's going to start to be a gap in my knowledge because the tooling is not something that I have really concentrated on. So npm install eslint-g. Okay, so let's go over here, pull this, npm install -g eslint. This is a linter. Okay, so if I now say eslint, and let's just say webhello.js, something went wrong. ESLint couldn't find a configuration file. Huh. That is an interesting. That's interesting. Why? If you think you already have. Okay. There is probably. Let's see here. ESLint. Init. Run initialization configure. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. There we go. ESLint init. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with installing those packages. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay. So you have to have a package.json file in npm init. Come on. This utility will walk you through. Okay, that's fine. Package name, entry point, that's fine. Yeah. Now let's try this again. Okay. Let's start off with this. I think yeah, it's doing this. None of these. No. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Now I should be able to run ESLint web hello. Okay. Yay. And it's found two problems. Process is not defined. Okay. And I believe I know why. I think I know why. Okay. That worked. And now it's finding no problem. Why? Why is process? Why in the world it doesn't? I did not know that you could. Did not know that you didn't have to import process, but ESLint wants you to. Now there's also a plugin for this for VS Code. ESLint that I can install. And now see here, if I were to comment that out, it's going to tell me, yes, I'm going to get the same thing. The process is not defined. Cool. All right. Use source control, issue tracking system. What do we got here? There we go. GitHub. That's what I was looking for. Is the GitHub. get it free. Okay. So apparently you can get Jira and Confluence for free for up to 10 users, which I did not know. I thought those were, I've used, now I would normally use GitHub for this, but let's try using something different today, since this is what's recommended. I like to try new stuff. That's probably one thing I need to not do. I need to become more focused. Well, while that is, okay, so first of all, and I don't, okay, so let's see here. Test-driven development. Oh my gosh. Okay, how do I... Yay, we have a troll in the Twitch chat. Somebody wants to promote my channel. Not going to happen, not today. How do I... ban? Yes, I love it. And the comment was deleted. Okay. And of course, I won't be. Okay, so there we go. Woohool Lad FMN, whatever that is. Okay. Actually, I guess I should feel special that a bot actually thought I was important enough. But anyway, okay. So environment variables. So you set this node export node env equals development. Oh, and then what you, let me see if I can do this here. Node const dev mode equals process.env. Well, actually, what I should do first is say const process equals require process, and then const dev mode equals process.env dot. Well, actually, hang on. Let's do this. Process dot env dot node env. Right, and that's development. Okay. So yeah, you could do like this here. So that's where you would const dev mode equals process dot really node env. There's gotta be there's hmm. now if I open up another one here and I say nodemon web hello.js, it says that it's started in development mode. All right. Oh, it's not going to go through. You didn't go through TDD in this book. Okay. No. Okay. Logging modules. Yeah. Debugging Node.js apps with Chrome. That may present some difficulty inside of WSL. I don't know. Debugging Node.js plus VS Code. I'd rather do it this way. Okay, this is because now I have a process. Let's do this. Let's kill this. I should. Here we go. Now, set runtime executable in your launch.json. Executable. Okay. I think I know what's happening here. See if that works. Looks like it started. So let's do this. Let's hit that there. Yeah. Okay. So the debugger is working now. And if I step over, I can see that dev mode is true. I can also see that over here. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is coming. Yeah. This is coming back to me now. Yeah. Not interested right now in that. Okay, that's good. We'll do it. If request.url. I don't know why I'm not getting better in code completion here. I remember in the past getting much better code completion. Also, where's my console? Where is it? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's in the debug console now instead of the terminal. Okay. So if I go over here and refresh this, but I'm not seeing my. No, that's okay. That's okay. All right. Okay. So the next. Okay. So I'm going to do one more. I think I'm going to call it quits for now. Is there any way I can't get rid of that? I want to get rid of that message. I guess I can't. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So let's go ahead and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. So let's. Okay. So that's all good. Now create a new one here. So it's going to. Let's go into. Come on. CD source. We'll make a directory called Express, CD into Express. All right, we'll just go through here, accept all the defaults, and then I'll open the Express folder here. Now, okay, there's the package.json file. Okay, switch to ES6 modules by adding type module. Okay. And then npm install express, which will add dependency. Okay. All right. So now, notice it says that the entry point is going to be an index.js. So we need to touch index.js and then open it. Import express from express. Okay, const cfg equals port. Now that it's okay, now that we've got a okay, so we have to be inside of a node project. We can't. Okay, well, duh, that makes sense. Okay, now port it's not going to know about because that might not be defined. But okay, and I'm going to just let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and install. No. ESLint should be here. ESLint I should be able to do ESLint init. I'm sorry. No. That's ESLint double dash init. And tell it that's good. That's good. Not using either of these. No. It's going to run in Node, JavaScript. Yes. Install them. Even though I've already got it installed, but I think is it installing it in the package? Yes, it's installing it in the package. Okay, whatever. Okay, and we see that there are three problems. So, okay, so express is defined but never used. CFG is defined as assigned a value but is never used, and the process is not defined. So, I don't know if so. In Python, there's an order. You're supposed to use built-ins, supposed to import built-ins in one group, then imports in another group, and then your own in a third group. So I'm going to go ahead and use that here. What can I say? Import. Okay. Can't remember. I think I can do that. And this is actually very Flask-like. Oh, come on. You don't know what the type of those is or supposed to be? Yeah, you do. Okay, good. Okay. Ah, hello, Todd. Just joined. What are you coding? I'm just I'm just messing around. I'm formalizing my Node.js knowledge, so I'm just working through a book right now. Just trying to get back into the habit of streaming actually. Now, why is it it's interesting because StreamYard will tell me how many viewers I've got via Twitch and how many I've got via YouTube, but not how many I've got via LinkedIn. And it looks like you're coming. It looks like you're coming via LinkedIn, and I'm not even sure you can hear me because what I'm seeing is you're messaging me on Skype. So yes, I can see. So yes, I can see your LinkedIn. I can see the LinkedIn comments. Okay, so you can hear. Okay, yeah. So I can see the LinkedIn comments. So yes, and I saw that message on LinkedIn. See, I highlighted it. I highlighted it in the stream. Let's see. See if make sure everything's working, and then let's see here. So it looks like we need to do app listen, CFG. Okay, CFG port, and then do the console log for whoops sample app listening. Um, I don't know. I may take. I don't know. Why do you ask? Um, honestly, I don't know. I've been on. I was going to stay on for about an hour, and then maybe come back later tonight. I've been on almost an hour. My streaming stamina is not. It should be. You should come on sometime. I can bring you on with. I can actually bring you on with Streamyard. Okay. Did you ever decide to try WSL, or you did you ever decide to try WSL, or are you still using Hyper-V? I think there's a lag because you're answering because you're about one question behind with your with your answers. So I think there's a lag. Windows subsystem for Linux. I told you about it. Remember? It's what I'm using over here. Ah, you're using Hyper-V. Ah, okay, yeah, you definitely, yeah, okay. Sometime, maybe tonight we can mess with it. Granted, it's been a while since I've done, it's been a while since I've done .NET under WSL, but no, but you have slept. Okay. Um, I sleep too. Just not very. I'm just mostly awake at night. Yeah, come back. Yeah, come maybe tonight, and we can get on. We can just and we can mess all around with. Maybe we could do. Maybe we could collaborate on a GitHub code space. I've never tried that. Maybe we should do a live share on a GitHub code space. That would be kind of cool. I'd like to try that. and I've run Todd off. All right, so the start command will be nodemon index.js. And now, but no, I wanted to see. I mean, we can always. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can talk later. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Yeah. We can talk later about something to do. Kind of be interesting. Something interesting to do. All right. Later. All right. No, I want to create my launch.json as node. Let's see if this will work. Now it finds my, see, that's interesting. So it found my node. So if I'm doing this from inside, what did I do differently? Hmm. What am I doing differently here? Now, how in the node file on the, oh yeah, okay, hang on just a second. So if I go over here and click and create a breakpoint, why is it creating a breakpoint there? Why is it putting a dot there? Any rate, here, okay, breaks like it's supposed to. I can see the request and response, okay. And let's see hello world like I'm supposed to. Okay. But, well, no, I don't need NodeMon. I don't think, hang on, I don't, do I need NodeMon? Yeah, hold it. No, hang on. Yeah, it's still not refreshing. I have to restart manually. Oh, that should be Visual Studio Code, but whatever. So how do I get it to run a particular script? Hmm. Let me see here. Launch JSON start npm. How to debug using npm run script from Visual Studio. Okay, VS Code. Hmm. Do 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 do. Let me see here if I do this. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Don't worry about it right now. Okay, so then you can, let's get rid of this. You can add other routes. So you could do app.get flow send flow again. Talks about using HTTP. Okay, so create a static. So create a static uh, new folder, static. Okay, let's copy this. Decide what called page HTML. If I go on here, that'll be good. And okay, copied correctly. Okay, edit your index.js after the final app get route. App use express static. It looks like the folder that it wants to the root rather than the root folder for the static files to be static. Okay. Restart and go back over here and then page.html. Okay. You don't have to include the static. It just routes it it automatically. Okay. Express middleware function. So I could also use, whoops, come on, request response next. Hmm. Oh, okay. So that's, hmm. So in Python, we would just replace the entire thing with an underscore. It looks like that also works in Node. And it's not a requirement, it's just a style thing, but okay. All right, so define working directory. The hard-coded static directory used above is fine for expression mode. Another model need to look to the same directory to read or write. We can find fully qualified reference to all using configuration object. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Okay, so URL to path. Oh, I like that. How it just automatically brings everything in. Import dir name and separator from path. Now that's got to be because it's probably because they, yeah, defined but never used. Okay, that's an ESLint thing. Oh, that was a TypeScript lint. That was a TypeScript linter, not a. Okay, that was a TypeScript linter. The reason it was complaining because with these. Okay. Okay, and then let's keep our constants together. Now, I know the significance of the double underscore in Python. I do not remember the significance of it in Node. What? Not sure what this is going to do here, but let's see. Okay. Actually, these need to be up here. That's weird. Console. Okay, config. That- No. True. Okay, let's refresh this real quick and see what happens. What in the world is this? Okay. All right, then. And then you do, instead of hard coding this, you use the config. It knows exists. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. Okay. That's good enough for right now. I'll see if Todd wants to come on later and we'll try to do a little bit more.